Childhood obesity has reached epidemic proportions in the United States. Nearly 10 million children between the ages of 6 and 19 are considered obese. Louisiana is ranked 9th in the nation in childhood obesity. My purpose is to make you aware of the growing trend of recess and physical education cuts being made in school systems despite the rising numbers in childhood obesity. Obesity is a major health crisis that our children are facing. Think about it. Without a dramatic turnaround, our children could face a lifetime of serious health problems due to obesity. The main points that I will talk about include recess and physical education cuts and the reason behind them, the negative effects associated with cutting recess and physical education programs, and the benefits associated with having quality physical education and recess. First, let's define childhood obesity. An obese child is 20% or more above the average weight for their age and height. Now let's talk about the No Child Left Behind Act, which seems to be the #1 reason for physical education and recess cuts. Under the No Child Left Behind Act, students must take and pass standardized tests to prove that they have learned the basic English and math skills appropriate for their grade level. This has put schools under a great deal of pressure to meet these standards. Although the No Child Left Behind Act does not suggest that schools cut or reduce recess and physical education classes, this has been a common reaction. Many schools feel that more classroom time is imperative and that if they have a physical education program, then it is sufficient enough. However, studies show that many students build up excess energy and may become fidgety and unable to concentrate during class when denied the opportunity to exercise during recess. One study showed that physically active children score higher on the Stanford Achievement Test. That being said, schools that are cutting recess and physical education in order to increase class time and raise standardized test scores may actually be doing more harm than good. Participation in physical activity may improve attention, focus, behavior, and learning in the classroom. Research indicates that fit and active children learn more effectively and achieve more academically. While all 50 states have passed laws related to physical education and physical activity in schools, only 4 states have penalties if the laws are not implemented. Louisiana is not included in those 4 states. Although Louisiana has passed an act that requires public schools with grades K through 6 to provide 30 minutes each day of quality physical activity, penalties are not enforced to schools that do not abide by this. Only about 25% of students attend a physical education class daily. National recommendations state that school-aged children should participate in at least 60 minutes per day of physical activity. Physical education provides a portion of the recommended time, but typically cannot provide all of it. Participation in a regularly scheduled recess period can make an important contribution toward meeting this recommendation. The Surgeon General's report specifically highlights that quality K-12 physical education and regular physical activity is a key step in combating the youth obesity epidemic. So, we've talked about the reason for recess and physical education cuts and how cutting these programs only add to the problem of childhood obesity. We've also talked about the importance of recess and physical education to a child's academic success as well as his or her health and well-being. All in all, the benefits of physical education and recess have a positive effect on both academic learning and physical activity patterns of students.